Hello, my name is Fox Ryan, so again I'm at Fox, and welcome to another Defenders review. This time of episode 3 and 4, The Worst Behavior and Royal Dragon. These are pretty good. Basically, what happened in the last two episodes, you can basically take each of these episodes and kind of mush them together, I guess. Because literally, like, what is it, the first episode, they're separate. Second episode, 2 out of the 2 meet. Third episode, which is Worst Behavior, that one, they start talking a little bit more. They start, like, working together a little bit. It's still like they're trying to serve their own... They're trying to do it themselves, but they're trying to work off these other characters like Matt Murdock trying to talk with Jessica about anything weird she's seen, or like Jessica not having any of it, or Jessica following Matt Murdock and seeing him do some jumps and flips. And then also, like, Luke Cage, who's dating, I think her name is a street doctor. I'm not sure. I forgot what her Marvel name is. But, Luke Cage comes back, puts an ice pack on his, yeah, I got right hooked by this kid with a glowing fist. And she's like, oh, there's someone you need to meet. I just kind of love that bit. And then, they have a whole discussion about, they're trying to talk with each other and stuff. The girl with the sword and the street doctor kind of just let the two talk for a little bit. And the two kind of get into a whole thing where it's like, oh, well, you were always born with privilege or some bullcrap like that. Luke Cage was saying to Danny. And Danny's saying, like, because Luke Cage got angry because Danny was fighting the kid. He's like, you were about to fight that kid wherever. He's like, yeah, I wasn't going to kill him, though. He's like, you fight people all the time and we're probably just doing crud. What's your excuse? And Luke Cage is like, it's different. He's like, how? And I'm just like, yeah, like, if you think about all the people that, Luke Cage goes saying, know when you're fighting someone who's just trying to put food on the table. I'm just thinking, like, half the gangsters and stuff like that you fought in your own show, probably were just like, they're like, hey, this is a job that I can get money for. And, you just trying to beat the living out of all of them. So, what exactly was the difference here? It's just that happens that now this nameless guy is actually someone with a name that you know. It's basically the only difference. And they make it a whole thing, and Luke Cage trying to say, like, well, you're born with privilege and all this crud. As a kid, I'm like, one, he was 10 when he had all this money and power. So, not like he really knew what to do with all of this, quote-unquote, privilege. Two, he's trying to fight back. And also, people don't... I need to see what the arguments are for Iron Fist, like, why people don't like him. Maybe he's characterization of the character. Maybe it's poor characterization of the character in the comics. But other than probably the only one that I know of that's The only one that I know of is the one from Ultimate Spider-Man, I believe is the one where they have a Luke Cage too. That's probably the only one that I know of. And like, there's some difference. Like, one, this Danny isn't completely vegan, and I'm trying to think. I don't really... It seems they're kind of a similar character, at least for so far that I've seen. And yeah, like, what is it? The whole bit with, I'm trying to think. The whole bit, like, I can kind of see some things, like, let me think. The whole bits of, each character kind of has their setup for the hand a little bit. Actually, no, if anything, Jessica Jones and Luke Cage really didn't have any connection with the hand that I can remember. All I know is that Daredevil was supposed to be part of this cult, which they show in the 4th episode, the Chast, which was supposed to be what fights the hand. And, Danny's connected because he's the immortal Iron Fist. He trained and became the mortal Iron Fist. And... it just so happens then that his quote-unquote destiny is to fight the Hand. I don't know if it destroy it, but to fight it. Or that's at least is in the job description. I'm trying to think. Because, I don't know. Because Iron Fist I really do like, and he's supposed to be kind of the lighter side of this team. Where you have, Jessica Jones, who's dark story altogether. You have Luke Cage, who's just like, I'm only doing it to save my town, save Harlem, and all this stuff. And then you also have Matt Murdock, who he is kind of a hero, but he is still the brooding type. And then there's Danny, where he effed up big time, leaving Kun Lung. But then also, you kind of got to think, you're trapped in a place for 10 years, 10, 15 years, I think. You're trapped in that place for so long, and you finally get to go home. You wouldn't try to take that? Like, I'm just asking, no one would try to take that. To try to go home after not seeing it for so long and, visit society again. Yeah, Danny made a promise that he would protect it, but also it's kind of a thing like, that is something for life. Something that he will be stuck doing forever. It's just like, why not visit home? Yeah, it effed up in the end, but still, it's kind of like, you can't tell me no one else would have made that choice. Not a lot of people, that someone else wouldn't have made that choice. But, yeah, but there's a whole thing, but Luke Cage inspires Danny. He's like, well, you're right, I have a company and stuff like that. Let me try to track them down a different way than just beating down street thugs. And he uses his company or whatever to find connections. Which also, this is so like a crossover episode thing where it's just like, our separate stories, yeah, they're still separate, except for like Iron Fist and Daredevil's, but they're still separate. Danny's friend who runs the company, he's off on a vacation somewhere or a retreat. I forgot the last one, they had something else. I think it was like for Matt Murdock or something. It's like, where's this guy? Where's this girl or whatever? He's like, oh, she's gone out this way or something like that. I don't know. I remember one of them did something like that. No, it was Luke Cage. That was her name Sugar? I can't remember. Her and Shades are gone. I don't know why. I guess they'll save him for season 2 of Luke Cage and stuff like that. But yeah. So they're all. Which it would have been kind of cool to see White Hat more in Luke Cage, since he's supposed to be like an African gun runner. It would have been cool if he was like kind of the main bad guy in the end. That way then you still have a connection to the Hand, but, whatever. In the end now it's just Harlem's in danger because of these idiots. And now because of something that happens in the crossover, that's what pushes Luke Cage into doing it. Not something that happened in his own show, which I kind of think that kind of stinks a little bit. Because again, at least in like the Avengers, and so far, like there are things that connected them, whether it be like them finding the Tesseract in Captain America, but they had like it was created during Norse mythology or something like that, or like now the Infinity Stones are popping up everywhere. They're at least connecting all together. It's like, okay, then this is all going to lead into this. For Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, I really don't think there was anything really connecting to that. Maybe something's going to lead up later on with Kilgrave's baby, because I thought maybe they were going to use that in Defenders. Maybe it will later on, who the fudge knows. But it looks like now they're just probably saving that for season 2 of Jessica Jones. But in any case, I'm talking way too much about some of this stuff. But, yeah, they go... Danny goes trying to talk with him business-like, tracking down their shell corporations to their main one in New York. Goes to talk with them. This then leads into a fight. Daredevil's trying to follow Jessica Jones and smashes the camera that she uses to take pictures of him doing parkour. And, what was it? But then he hears inside because Jessica Jones is trying to track down the company or whatever and try to find out the company... shell companies too. For some reason, Luke Cage is there when Danny's about to get into a fight. I don't know how the fudge Luke Cage found him, but whatever. Daredevil puts on Jessica Jones' scarf and starts running up into the building because he hears gunshots from a silencer, which, FYI, a silencer is loud as That's like as loud as a silencer gets. It still sounds like loud. It's not. It's like a clap. But at least from what I've been told. But yeah, so Jessica Jones. But then Jessica takes the elevator up while Daredevil's doing parkour all the way up the stairs. They get into a fight. They start fighting each other. They start helping each other fight. They escape into a Chinese restaurant after they get chased out by Elektra and stuff. Elektra hesitates from killing Daredevil. They hide in the Chinese restaurant where most of episode 4 happens, where they're all now basically explaining their own things. Like Daredevil talking about the hand. What is it? What also? Stick comes back. He cut his hand off to escape from Elektra and all them. It escapes. He appears, and then they start talking more like, "Oh, here's this. What about this and this?" Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are like, "Really?" And Jessica just like, "I'm not listening to this." And I love what happened. Just Stick goes, "Sit the down." Jessica just looks at him and just walks right out. And I'm just like, "Yeah, that's in line with her character." Just like, yeah, and I probably wouldn't do the same thing. He's, shut up and sit down. No, just walks away. But Jessica Jones, after finding all these documents, I think 2 episodes ago, on like this one company that goes back to 1980, she finds out, oh, the same person signed off on all these contracts. It's the exact same person, of course. This chick is immortal, and they say that the hand was made by 5 heretics who lived in Kunlun and wanted to use chi for immortality. They were cast out, and they decided to build up their organizations in their homelands to then control the world, I guess. And then so they keep creating more. Also, they're saying that the resources that they used to regenerate and keep becoming immortality, they've expended all of it. And also, the main head lady of this, or at least the American side of the hand, she's dying from organ failure. But, trying to think. They're off. And then, like, again, like, most of this episode plays out is like, I don't trust this, I don't trust you. Should we really be doing this together? Should we not? Who knows? I should go in alone. No, I should. You know, you shouldn't go alone. You should bring your team, Maddie. There's also the whole side thing where, like, Daredevil doesn't want to take off the mask because he doesn't want to show his face, and then he does show his face, of course. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of. And then, of course, like, towards the end, what's-her-face, the leader of the Shadow, the hand come in, he's like, well, we talk, and blah, 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 and, like, Iron Fist, you can join me, and stuff like that. They say no. They call in Elektra to kill him, and then Jessica Jones comes in with a car, smashes it, throws the car through the Chinese shop that they're basically just hiding out in, which I'm thinking, this Chinese shop is maybe a couple blocks away from the hand's main base. How the fudge are they not found yet? Until, like, later on when they actually get found quickly. But, yeah, Jessica Jones comes in. They all stand by each other and they're like, yeah, we're a team now. We're going to fight. And then, end of episode. It was good. I liked it. Again, I'm still looking, because, again, like, there's a picture, I think, found too, that's, like, all the defenders, like, check mark, check mark, check mark. And then it's Danny's like, X. It's like, why? I still want to know what is the problem with Danny? Is it because he's rich? Is it because he's quote unquote destined to fight the hand? Because I think that's just more or less kind of like saying a policeman is destined to fight crime. That's kind of what Danny is. He's the policeman of Kunlun. So if the hand is always attacking Kunlun, he is the one who's going to eventually have to fight for the Kunlun and the hand. I don't know. I'll probably look up the thing later, but the episodes were good. I liked them. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Whichever videos I had done, links are on my face. Subscription button's down there somewhere. I like these episodes. They're pretty good. There was also a thing that I thought was kind of funny. It's like Doomfist, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage are talking, and Luke Cage is like, I prefer fighting with that glowing hand other than to be on the side of my face. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. It was just like, they're on the side of my face or something like that. I was just like, I don't know. But in any case, this is good. I liked it. Also, I do love how these characters with like these superhuman abilities and powers can't get their heads wrapped around chi, and how Iron Fist can't get his head wrapped around of a blind man being able to fight. I just kind of love that. It's just like, you summon chi. You should know that basically anything is possible, and you guys are already a freaking science project. You should at least think, hey, maybe there's more out there. Some bullcrap. I don't know. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Show visit on links around somewhere. Thanks for watching, and we will see you later. A blind man who can fight? Really?